That was Rita. I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. And he walks with me and he talks with me, and he tells me I'm his own. And the joys we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks, and the sound of his voice is so sweet the birds hush their singing. And the melody that he gave to me within my heart is ringing. And he walks with me again. I'd stay in the garden with him, though the night around me be falling. But he bids me go through the voice of woe. His voice to me is calling. You might know it better as, I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses, and he walks with me and he talks with me, and he tells me I'm his own, and the joys we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I'd stay in the garden with him, though the night around me be falling. But he bids me go through the voice of woe. His voice to me is calling, and he walks with me and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joys we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. Now this song's about an all-day deal. I come to the garden alone in the morning while the dew is still on the roses, and I hear God talking. And he walks with me. In other words, we're not standing still. He walks with me, movement, actually doing. And when he speaks, the sound of his voice is so sweet the birds hush their singing. A voice like mine, no doubt. The melody he gave to me is still ringing in my heart, verse 2 says. And I like it so well, I'd love to stay in the garden with him, though the night around me be falling. I'd like that. It's comfortable. Jesus is there. But he bids me go through the voice of woe. His voice to me is calling. He's saying, get out there, Jimmy, and do your job. Take your black hat out there on the sidewalk or on the highway and tell people what you're supposed to tell them. And don't be sitting staring at the computer all day long and pretending like you love God. Get out there and actually do something. If you can't do nothing else, the old saying, if you can't do nothing else, just pray. Unfortunately, prayer is the most important thing you can do. It's not a fall back on if you can't do nothing else type deal. That's what sickens our churches today and our Christians. Prayer is the most important thing, not the least. And God knows that. And he tells us that in his word. Time after time after time. He loves us anyway. I don't understand it, but I sure am glad of it. I'll see you next time with my black hat if I don't lose it.